Hello, lovely listeners. I'm Julia, who will help you relax and fall asleep tonight. What time is it for you right now? And do you prefer stories or calming music to fall asleep? Let me know in the comments. Long ago, in a realm where the sands of time shimmered with ancient magic and every sunrise held promises of mystery, there lay a kingdom known as Aramir. In this enchanted land, legends and lore wove together the fates of families and empires, and it was said that destiny itself was guided by unseen hands. Among the many tales passed down through the generations, none was as stirring as the story of the three feathers, a symbol of hope, challenge, and transformation. The kingdom was ruled by a wise and just king, whose heart was as gentle as the whispering wind across the great desert. His subjects admired his fairness, and the chronicles of his reign were filled with extraordinary events and unexpected turns. Yet even in times of peace, when laughter danced in the marketplaces and songs filled the evenings, the ancient magic of the land never slept. It lingered in the crooked branches of mystical trees and hidden within the ornate carvings of stone monuments, waiting for the moment when fate demanded its revelation. Within that storied kingdom, there lived a humble woodcutter named Dara and his three sons. Though the family made their modest living in the forest's embrace and the gentle lull of nature, ambition burned in each of the young hearts, awaiting a spark to light their destinies. Dara, ever wise and kind, often recounted ancient stories to his sons by the firelight, instilling in them the virtues of courage, wisdom, and compassion. He explained that in life, one might be gifted peculiar tokens by fortune, assigned to undertake adventures that would shape one's fate. "Remember," he would say in a soft, measured tone, "the greatest treasures are not always the ones that glitter in the sunlight, but those that rise from the depths of your spirit." The boys listened intently, their eyes reflecting dreams that soared as high as the stars, even as they worked hard to gather the wood needed to warm their modest home. One fateful evening, as the twilight draped its quiet veil over the land, a mysterious visitor arrived at Dara's humble dwelling. The traveler, clad in robes that shimmered with hints of starlight, carried with him an air of both sorrow and hope. With careful steps and measured words, he offered the woodcutter a small, worn pouch containing 3 radiant feathers, each imbued with a magic that neither man nor beast had witnessed before. "These feathers," the traveler explained in a voice as soft as the desert breeze, "are a gift from the ancient spirits. They have chosen your sons for a journey that will test their hearts and reshape their fates. Guard them well, for within lies the power to unlock the secrets of this world." Though perplexed by the sudden encounter, Dara recognized the profound significance of this offering and entrusted the feathers to his 3 boys, each receiving one with trembling hands and hearts alight with wonder. In the days that followed, each of the brothers revered their unique feather as a token of destiny. Eldar, the eldest, took his feather and contemplated its serene glow, interpreting it as a call to leadership and wisdom. Jamil, the middle son, believed that his feather whispered promises of adventure and endless possibility, spurring him to seek the unknown beyond the familiar horizons of Aramir. And little Qasim, the youngest, held his feather with an innocence and wonder that seemed to capture the very essence of the magical realm. The brothers often gathered beneath the ancient oak at the edge of the village, where moonlight danced on leaves in quiet tribute to their shared destiny. There, amid murmured hopes and gentle dreams, they vowed silently to honor the gift bestowed upon them, ready to embark on journeys that would forever alter the tapestry of their lives. With the break of dawn painting the sky in hues of amber and rose, the three brothers set forth from their humble home. Their hearts throbbed with anticipation and trepidation alike, as the soft whisper of destiny guided each step they took. Eldar, ever responsible, led the way along the winding road that passed through verdant meadows and ancient ruins. His mind replayed the words of their father's old tales, that every journey began with a single, courageous step into the unknown. Jamil, whose eyes sparkled with dreams of distant lands, walked just beside him, his thoughts straying to visions of grand adventures and heroic deeds. Meanwhile, little Kasim toddled along with an unburdened spirit, reveling in the simple joys of the morning air and the promise of magic that filled his feather. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the trio found themselves venturing farther than they had ever imagined possible, each moment weaving the threads of fate ever tighter. Their journey led them through landscapes that defied ordinary description. They crossed shimmering streams where water danced in playful arcs, and ascended rocky hills dotted with wildflowers that whispered ancient secrets. In the heart of a verdant forest, the air was thick with magic. Every rustling leaf and babbling brook sang songs of forgotten lore. At one bend in the winding path, the brothers encountered a curious sight, a clearing filled with vividly colored stones arranged in a perfect circle. Standing amidst the stones was an aged caretaker, whose eyes gleamed with knowledge of times long past. "Travelers," the caretaker greeted in a warm, gravelly voice, "you bear tokens of a destiny not yet realized. The feathers you carry are not mere ornaments, but keys to unlocking hidden realms. Seek the mountain of whispers beyond the northern ridge, and there you will find answers to the trials that await you." The words, heavy with portent, sparked both fear and resolve in the hearts of the young travelers, as they absorbed the gravity of their quest. As the brothers journeyed further north, the landscape grew harsher and the elements more unforgiving. Braving biting winds and sudden torrential rains, they pressed on with the wisdom of their father and the promise held within their magical feathers. Along a narrow mountain path, Eldar encountered a treacherous chasm that split the road. Pausing to consider the abyss below, he recalled his father's advice that courage was forged not in moments of ease, but in the face of daunting challenges. With steady determination, he led his brothers across a rickety wooden bridge, suspended over a roaring ravine. Halfway across, the bridge creaked ominously, stirring doubts in Jamil's heart. "Hold fast, dear brother," Eldar called out, his voice resolute yet tender, "for our destiny lies beyond these trials." Meanwhile, Kasim, small and uncertain, clutched his feather as if it were a talisman, finding comfort in its gentle warmth. That day, on the brink of peril, trust and brotherhood shone brighter than the darkest storm. After the arduous crossing, the path led the brothers into a sprawling valley where time seemed to slow. Here, amid towering dunes and echoing winds, they encountered an enigmatic sage living in a modest stone cottage. The sage, whose eyes held the reflections of countless lifetimes, greeted them with a knowing smile. "You bear the feathers of destiny," he murmured, "and each carries within it a spark of ancient power. To prove yourselves worthy, you must solve the riddles of the realm. Listen closely to the murmurs of the wind, for it holds the keys to understanding the secrets of nature. Only by uniting your strengths can you hope to overcome the challenges ahead." Intrigued and inspired by the sage's words, the brothers spent several days in quiet contemplation, learning from the land and each other. They gathered insights from the songs of birds, the flow of rivers, and the silent counsel of the stars, knitting together a tapestry of wisdom that promised to guide them further on their quest. Empowered by newfound wisdom and bound by unbreakable brotherhood, the trio ventured into lands of marvel and peril. Their journey took them to the edge of a vast desert where the sun scorched the earth and mirages blurred the line between reality and illusion. Beneath the relentless heat, they found refuge in the shade of a lone palm tree. There, as if in a dream, elegant figures emerged, travelers from distant realms, each bearing their own unique story of triumph and struggle. Eldar exchanged respectful nods with a nomadic healer who spoke of hidden oases that healed the spirit, while Jamil laughed and shared tales with a troupe of wandering performers who dabbled in magic. Kasim, ever curious, befriended a quiet poet whose verses seemed to capture the ephemeral beauty of the desert. In that enchanted interlude, the brothers absorbed the rich tapestry of life's diversity, their hearts swelling with gratitude and wonder at the endless possibilities the world had to offer. As twilight beckoned once again, the path led the brothers to a forgotten ruin shrouded in darkness. In this eerie stronghold, the shadow of a malevolent sorcerer loomed, a figure whose power threatened to sap the very essence of life from the land. The air was heavy with despair, and the once bright colors of nature were muted under an ominous veil. The brothers sensed the presence of this dark force and steeled themselves for a confrontation that promised to test even their unyielding bonds. Eldar, with his unwavering resolve, stepped forward to challenge the darkness head-on. "We have journeyed far, and though our hearts may tremble, our spirit burns brighter than any shadow you cast," he proclaimed boldly. Jamil's eyes flashed with the fire of determination as he readied himself to protect his kin, while Kasim, small yet fearless, held his feather close as an anchor to the light within him. The sorcerer's voice, cold and mocking, echoed around the crumbling walls. "Your quest is but a fleeting dream, and the magic you carry shall wither before my might." In that moment, a palpable tension filled the ruin, and the air itself seemed to hold its breath as destiny wove its inexorable web. Determined not to yield to the encroaching darkness, the brothers confronted the malevolent sorcerer in a clash of wills and magic. Eldar took the lead, his heart resonating with the strength of a lineage steeped in honor and resilience. With a commanding cry, he advanced, his every step filled with the purpose of a protector. Jamil, quick-witted and agile, circled the sorcerer, drawing on the adventurous spirit that had ignited his soul. The air crackled with energies both light and dark, as spells intertwined in a dazzling display of power. Kasim, though the smallest in stature, exhibited a surprising valor as his unassuming nature belied an inner light that not even the deepest shadows could extinguish. As the sorcerer's bitter incantations clashed with the combined magic of the three brothers, the very ground trembled beneath their feet. For moments that stretched like eternity, hope and despair battled in the heart of the ruin. Yet, through the unity of their resolve and the timeless magic of the ancient feathers, a surge of luminous energy burst forth, repelling the dark sorcery and restoring a measure of peace to the troubled air. When the echoes of the battle faded, silence descended upon the ruin like a gentle shroud. The sorcerer had been vanquished, and with his defeat came the slow restoration of light, to that forsaken place. The three brothers, though weary and bearing marks of the struggle, felt an unspoken pride in their victory. A victory born of unity, courage, and the timeless magic of their treasured feathers. They gathered together, each in quiet reflection, and acknowledged the transformation that had taken root within them. Eldar's resolve had matured into a wisdom tempered by sacrifice. Jamil's restless thirst for adventure had been refined by the tempering of responsibility, and Kasim's youthful wonder had blossomed into a steadfast belief in the power of light over darkness. In that tranquil moment, the ruins around them seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, as if the very earth recognized the triumph of hope. With hearts now interlaced with both sorrow and joy, they set their eyes on the horizon, where new challenges and endless wonders awaited their discovery. In the aftermath of their confrontation with darkness, the brothers began to see that their journey was not merely about battling external evils, but also about confronting the shadows within themselves. Each step forward became a lesson in self-discovery and resilience. They encountered elders and mentors in quaint villages and remote hamlets, each sharing snippets of wisdom that enriched their understanding of the world. In one such village, they met a gentle archivist who maintained a vast collection of ancient scrolls and manuscripts. "Every soul carries a bit of the universe's mystery," the archivist whispered as he carefully unrolled a brittle parchment. "And the key to true power is to embrace not only the light within you, but also the darkness that tempers it." These words resonated deeply with the brothers, urging them to explore the dualities that defined both nature and the human heart. The lessons they learned on these winding paths would later serve as the very foundation of their future endeavors and triumphs. In time, the brothers returned to Aramir, forever transformed by the odyssey that had taken them to the far corners of wonder and despair. The kingdom welcomed them with celebrations and songs that echoed the timeless saga of their adventures. Eldar took his place as a wise counselor to the king, offering guidance drawn from his experiences and the enduring lessons of the ancient feathers. Jamil, with stories of valor and daring-do, inspired a new generation of adventurers who aspired to seek the unknown. And Kasim, whose gentle spirit had grown into a beacon of hope, shared his quiet wisdom with those who found themselves lost in the shadows. The tale of the three feathers became a cherished legend in Aramir, a reminder that every heart holds a spark capable of igniting transformative change. In their eyes, the glow of destiny was eternal, a constant affirmation that light could prevail even in the deepest darkness. Still, the journey of the brothers was by no means concluded, for destiny has a way of unfolding in unexpected chapters. They understood that every ending was, in truth, a new beginning, a doorway to further quests and subtle adventures hidden within the fabric of everyday life. Eldar often found himself gazing beyond the horizon, contemplating the myriad paths that lay in wait for brave souls willing to follow their inner light. Jamil continued to roam the lands, his laughter and fearless heart drawing others into the embrace of epic sagas and daring exploits. And Kasim, ever the dreamer, nurtured a secret garden of stories in his mind, a place where every feather's glow rekindled the magic of possibility. Though separated by their chosen paths, the bond of brotherhood remained unbroken, a gentle reminder that in the rich mosaic of existence, every spirit is interwoven with threads of fate, hope, and endless wonder. As twilight descended on a world both scarred and healed by countless journeys, the brothers paused to reflect on the tapestry of their shared experiences. In the quiet moments before sleep reclaimed the land, they held one another close, knowing that every trial, every joy, and every sorrow had been a stitch in the grand design of their destiny. The ancient feathers, now dimmed in their brilliance but forever imprinted upon their souls, served as lasting reminders that life was a delicate dance between fate and free will. In the gentle embrace of night, they could hear the soft murmur of the wind, carrying with it the promise of new adventures and the eternal reaffirmation that light always triumphs over darkness. With hearts at peace and spirits enlivened by the mysteries of existence, the brothers awaited the dawn of another day, each breathing in the beauty of the world and exhaling dreams of endless hope. In the twilight of reflection and the dawn of continued quests, they understood that the story of the three feathers was etched not only in the chronicles of their kingdom, but also in the hearts of all who dared to dream. Their legacy would ripple through time, a testament to the power of unity, courage, and the magic that resides within every soul. And as the stars once again took their places in the sky, the brothers smiled softly, their eyes alight with memories and hopes of journeys yet to come. Yet even as the brothers settled back into the familiar rhythm of Aramir, the call of adventure echoed relentlessly within them. In quiet moments during balmy evenings, Eldar would wander through the palace gardens, his thoughts drifting to distant lands and ancient mysteries yet unsolved. He recalled the solemn promise he had made beneath the ancient oak, and his mind often revisited the names of long-forgotten legends inscribed in dusty tomes. Determined to keep the flame of curiosity burning, Eldar secretly began correspondences with far-off scholars and mystics, laying the groundwork for future quests that would further illuminate the tapestry of the world. His letters were filled with contemplative musings on honor, conscience, and the labyrinth of choices that shape one's destiny, each word a silent manifesto of hope and progress. Meanwhile, Jamil's restless spirit found solace in the vibrant, bustling marketplaces of Aramir, where merchants from distant lands wove stories of their own adventures amid colorful stalls and fragrant spices. He became a storyteller, a weaver of dreams, recounting his encounters with mystical beings and uncanny marvels to anyone who would listen. His voice, animated with youthful exuberance and wisdom beyond his years, resonated in taverns and courtyards alike. In his tales, every brick, every winding alley, held secrets waiting for a brave heart to unearth them. Jamil's narrative was not merely a recitation of events, but a living canvas painted with the hues of hope, daring, and the relentless pursuit of truth. His stories inspired many to break away from the mundane and seek the magic hidden in the everyday. As he spoke, the eyes of his listeners sparkled with the reflection of hidden wonders, and for a brief moment, the weight of life's ordinary burdens seemed to lift, replaced by the shimmering possibility of extraordinary dreams. In a quiet corner of the kingdom, Kasim embraced the role of a guardian of inner light. His gentle presence and reflective demeanor drew many to seek his counsel in times of uncertainty. Kasim spent long hours beneath starry skies, meditating on the lessons imparted by his magical feather and the voices of his heart. He authored poems and composed soft melodies that captured the ephemeral beauty of both joy and sorrow. His words, delicate and resonant, spoke of the eternal struggle between darkness and light and the delicate balance that every soul must maintain. People from all walks of life came to him with burdens too heavy to bear alone, and Kasim, with quiet compassion, offered not only advice but also the soothing balm of understanding. Through his art and wisdom, the young guardian illuminated paths of healing, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of those entrusted to his care. Time flowed like a gentle river in Aramir, and as seasons changed, the brothers continued to explore the myriad layers of life. Eldar's secret correspondences bore fruit as he gathered ancient manuscripts from far-flung libraries, deciphering cryptic messages that spoke of hidden cities and legendary guardians. In the quiet hours of midnight, by the flicker of candlelight in his study, he would trace the intricate symbols, each a door to forgotten realms. These discoveries not only deepened his understanding of the magic woven into the fabric of the universe, but also instilled in him a fervent desire to protect the ancient heritage from those who sought to exploit it. His journey of learning was interlaced with moments of solitude and introspection, during which he questioned the very nature of power and responsibility. In his pursuit of truth, Eldar grew to embody the harmony of intellect and intuition, a balance that mirrored the endless dance of night and day. Jamil, too, embarked on a series of journeys that took him beyond the borders of Aramir. His wanderlust led him to deserts of shimmering heat and lush, verdant valleys filled with the songs of exotic birds. On his travels, he encountered wise nomads who shared fables of celestial beings and ancient rivals locked in eternal conflict. In the midst of bustling caravanserais, Jamil refined his skills as a raconteur, absorbing cultural tales and local legends with an insatiable appetite for mystery. His adventures were marked by moments of serendipity, a chance meeting with a reclusive alchemist who revealed the secret language of the winds, or a twilight rendezvous with a wandering minstrel whose ballads evoked memories of a lost age. Every experience enriched him, adding vibrant threads to the tapestry of his own legend, and his spirit shone ever brighter with each new challenge surmounted. Qasim's journey was one of introspection and quiet revelation. He sought solace in the whispering groves and tranquil lakes that mirrored the sky. Under the soft glow of the moon, he would inscribe heartfelt verses onto worn parchment, each line a meditation on the eternal dance of light and shadow. With every poem, Qasim delved deeper into the mysteries of existence, discovering within himself reservoirs of strength and compassion he had never known. His gentle nature allowed him to connect with those who felt isolated by their own burdens, offering a compassionate ear and wise counsel. In bustling squares and quiet hamlets alike, his soft-spoken words resonated like soothing chants, reminding listeners that even in the darkest of moments, beauty and light remained, awaiting rediscovery. The simple act of sharing his inner world sowed seeds of hope that blossomed in unexpected places, healing fragile hearts and kindling the flame of resilience. Months passed, and the winds of change brought the three brothers back together in a grand celebration within Aramir. The kingdom organized a festival to honor the heroes who had ventured into the unknown and returned with wisdom and wonder. Streets were adorned with vibrant banners and lanterns that shimmered like stardust in the night. People from near and far gathered to celebrate tales of bravery, love, and the eternal pursuit of dreams. In the heart of the festival, amidst music and laughter, the brothers reunited under the ancient oak, a silent witness to the promises of their youth. Eldar spoke with measured gravitas about the lessons of duty and the importance of safeguarding ancient lore, his words resonating with both elders and youths. Jamil recounted wild escapades and miraculous encounters, his voice rising with excitement as he painted vivid pictures of far-off lands and magical realms. Kasim, with eyes that held a quiet depth, shared poems that captured the essence of fleeting moments, lending a tender voice to the celebration of life. Their shared narrative intertwined with the festival's jubilant rhythm, weaving a tapestry of memory that would be cherished for generations to come. As the festival drew to a close, and the last notes of music faded into the quiet of the night, the brothers found themselves once again standing together beneath the star-studded sky. In that sacred moment, the echoes of their adventures mingled with the soft murmur of the wind and the distant call of night creatures. They exchanged knowing glances, each silently acknowledging that though their paths might diverge with the coming days, the bond forged through shared trials and triumphs would forever unite them. The ancient feathers, now more than mere symbols, had become carriers of their collective spirit, their light a beacon for all who dared to dream. In the soft embrace of the cool night air, as the first hints of dawn caressed the horizon, the brothers vowed to never let the spark of wonder dim. They promised themselves and the world that they would continue to seek the mysteries of life, to challenge the forces that sought to obscure the truth, and to honor the eternal dance between hope and despair with every breath they took. With hearts brimming with gratitude and souls alight with the promise of new beginnings, they prepared to greet the future with courage, wisdom, and an unyielding passion for the magic that resided in every sunrise and every whispered secret of the night. As the brothers stood at the precipice of tomorrow, the winds of destiny stirred memories of journeys past and dreams of futures to be forged. In quiet conversations beneath ancient arches and during solitary walks along cobbled streets lit by the gentle glow of lanterns, they recalled the trials and wonders they had experienced together. Eldar would often speak of the sacred duty to preserve knowledge and to pass on the ancient wisdom that had guided him. His words were imbued with both humility and a quiet, resolute determination that inspired all who heard him. Jamil, ever the adventurer, shared his exuberant visions of distant realms, urging those around him to cast aside fear and embrace life's unpredictable twists with open hearts. Kasim, with his poetic soul, reminded people that every ephemeral moment held the potential for beauty and renewal, that even in the darkest nights, flickers of hope could ignite into brilliant dawns. Their voices intertwined like a harmonious chord, resonating in the hearts of their listeners and evoking deep, soulful recollections of journeys that had once seemed impossible yet had been lived to their fullest. As night gave way to the blush of dawn, the kingdom of Aramir awoke to a renewed sense of wonder and purpose. In the soft light of early morning, as dew adorned the petals of delicate flowers and the first birds sang their gentle hymns, the legacy of the brothers seemed to permeate every corner of the realm. In homes and halls alike, discussions of their adventures sparked dreams of exploration and courage. Eldar, Jamil, and Kasim had become symbols of a timeless truth, that within every ordinary moment lay the boundless potential for magic and transformation. Their journey, filled with trials, revelations, and triumphant returns, served as a bridge between the past and the future, reminding all that every ending was merely the start of a new tale waiting to be told. The gentle murmur of the awakening world echoed a promise that hope, like the sunrise, would continue to rise, bringing with it the light of endless possibilities. Under the vast expanse of a sky Painted with promises of new beginnings, the brothers felt a serene certainty in the unfolding of life. Each heartbeat echoed a rhythm that spoke of ancient legacies and future triumphs, a silent hymn to the indomitable spirit of humanity. People walked the streets with eyes that glimmered a little brighter, their steps lighter with the belief that magic could be found in every smile and every act of kindness. In the wake of the brothers' adventures, Aramir embraced a renaissance of art, learning, and heartfelt connection. As elders recounted the epic journey of the three feathers to wide-eyed children, the land itself seemed to sing a gentle ballad of hope and renewal. In that timeless moment, the mysteries of existence and the beauty of simple truths converged, leaving an everlasting imprint on the soul of the kingdom. And so, as the day unfolded in gentle splendor, the legacy of adventure, unity, and unyielding hope continued to inspire, reminding all that every ending is but a promise of a new dawning. Their legacy would forever illuminate each new horizon indeed. Sweet dreams. Good night.